Hi Year 6, so today's reading lesson we're going to focus on reading comprehension skills. It's just a recap and refresh, and then you've got a comprehension activity to do following that. So I'm going to talk you through the different strategies that we teach and discuss in school, just as a recap for you before doing it. So first of all, you'll have your text. It is a newspaper report for you to read about a lottery win. What you need to be doing is making sure that there's two different choices. You can read the question first and then find the answer, or you can read the text first, really understand it, and then answer the question. So it's up to you which way you choose to tackle it. I'm often a read the questions first, then find the answer person, particularly when it's non-fiction. So this is a question for this text, so William Shakespeare. The question is, how have historians worked out when Shakespeare's birthday is likely to have been? I've underlined here this word here because that word is the question word, and then two words because they to me are the key words. So they're the words I'm going to be scanning the text for to try and find the answer. But I'm always thinking about that how. So within the text, the underlined words are the words that link to them. So historians and birthday. So I found the word historians, which is underlined, and I found the word like birthday, but born on obviously relates heavily to it. So I'm going to now read around that to try to find the answer. William Shakespeare is thought to have been born on the 23rd of April, 1564. The fact that it says thought to have been means that they're not actually sure. So William Shakespeare is thought to have been born on the 23rd of April 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon, England. It is not known exactly when he was born, but historians, keyword, know that he was baptised on April the 26th, and at that time people were often baptised 3 days after their birth. Right, so the question. How have historians worked out when Shakespeare's birthday is likely to have been? I've now underlined the key part for that, to answer that question. So historians know that he was baptised on April the 26th, and at that time people were often baptised 3 days after their birth. Looking at the question again, I just want to talk to you first of all about the most common incorrect answer I've seen when tackling this type of question. So it talks about a birthday. That would often be the answer that people would give, the 23rd of April 1564. So where has that date come from? So that has come from here, okay? 23rd of April 1564, because he was born on that day. What people tend to do with this question is you see the word birthday and you think, when is William Shakespeare's birthday? So you give that answer. But that, however, is not the question. The mistake that's been made is that you've not considered the question word of how. If you read, how have historians worked out when Shakespeare's birthday is likely to have been 23rd of April 1564, you haven't actually answered the question. You've answered the question word of when, not how. So it's really important that you answer, once you've answered your questions, that you read your work back, read the question, read the answer. Does it make sense? The actual correct answer, thinking about what we found in the text, he was baptised on April 26th, and at that time people were often baptised 3 days after their birth. Therefore, the correct answer, what I've also done to start the question off, is I've used this part, historians worked out when Shakespeare's birthday is likely to have been, because he was baptised on April the 26th, and at that time people were often baptised 3 days after birth. I've basically taken the exact words from the text. Okay, next question, question number 3. What word tells us that the cause of Hamlet's death is unclear? So we've got Hamlet, the word death, and we're thinking about a word that looks like unclear. The key question information that we get is that you're looking for a word. What word? Not what words, not what phrase, it's what word. So your answer is going to be one word. Okay, so scanning the text. The text goes from here down to here and across to here. I found the word Hamlet. I scanned for it. It was easy to scan for because it had a capital letter. And then underneath I also saw that it said Hamlet died, so obviously that links to that keyword of death. So I'm going to read that. 2 years later, Anne gave birth to twins, a boy called Hamnet and a girl called Judith. Tragically, at the age of 11, Hamnet died, supposedly from the bubonic plague. So now you need to think from that part of the text, particularly the bit that says about Hamnet's death. In there somewhere, there is a word that is a synonym for unclear. So look at the different words. So tragically, at the age of 11, Hamnet died, supposedly from the bubonic plague. There's only actually one word that it can be, and because we've located the correct sentence, it's quite easy to work out that it is supposedly. Okay, so now your task is to tackle the comprehension, thinking about making sure your answer is correct. Find the keywords, scan for them. Think about the question word. What sort of answer should you find? Write your answers, then read the question, and then read your answer. And does it fit? Good luck.